another thing that I think would come in real handy, and it's an infrared temperature gauge. It works out really, really nice because you can take temperatures on different spots around in your engine bay and any other place you want to check the temperature. Your tires even sometimes coming back. If you have a tire that's pretty hot and you think maybe it's rubbing or something, that'll work. It's pretty simple to use too. I mean, obviously you push the button, you read the dial, have it Celsius or Fahrenheit, and it also has whether you want the laser, if you want the laser or not. And of course, I like the lasers. That way you can see exactly where you're shooting at. And then, or you can have the light on here, depending on how you're doing it dark or night. It works out really, really pretty well. Simple to use, 9-volt battery, not expensive, but boy, have I used this a lot. I have used this, I can use, let's say, well, I tell you what, I'm going to go over it. My car's cold, so it's not fired up where we're going to see temperature, but I'll show you where I use it most often and how it can maybe help you too. So let me do that. I often use this infrared temperature gauge, especially after I've done a hard run and I'm coming back home, pull in the garage, pop the hood, and I will check this, see the temperatures and what we have. I'll check the intake at the top here and see what that is. I will check above them the valve covers. I may even check the air conditioner pump. I'll also check the radiator hose, see if that temperature for the radiator hose is close to my gauge inside. I'll check any one of these individual areas to make sure you kind of get used to that's about this temperature and that's about that temperature, so you can kind of know when something's a little high or a little low. One of the key places that I have used it, I had a miss once, and I couldn't tell what cylinder might be missing. So what I did is after a hard run, or at least a run, when I came back, I checked each one of these on the manifold. I checked each cylinder at that point to see what the temperature is compared to one, compared to the other. And when I found a real cool one, I was pretty sure that's where my problem was. So then I started checking the wires and so forth to find it. And it was a wire, but it took me a lot longer to try to find that wire with popping it and so forth. Very clean, works really well. And you remember, you can use this not just in the engine bay, anything you need to tell temperature. It's also a really good idea to actually check the temperature of your bearings on your car wheels, and that would tell you a lot too. Even your tire heat may be higher than normal for something. Maybe it's dragging, maybe the brake's sticking, something's happening when the temperature doesn't stay the same. So it's a handy item to have. Cheap insurance.